Hey guys, welcome back. In the beginning phase of a project, we need to go through due diligence to figure out what types of codes and attributes apply to a particular project. With our preliminary site plan, we have diligence broken out into a few different sections, and for the preliminary site plan, we use the due diligence level 1. And so in this video, Michael's going to show us how to go through the level 1 due diligence and give an example of looking up some codes and show us how that's done. So let's learn.
Hey, in this video we're going to be completing level 1 due diligence for a preliminary site plan. So the first step is to check the jurisdiction, what jurisdiction has development authority / located in what county. So the site's along Whole Road here, and it appears to be the city of Athens, but we called the county to confirm if it was in the city or county. County said that all plans are routed through the county, even though it looks like it's in city limits. So it's always good to call and check with the city or county to confirm if the city or the county has jurisdiction. So we got Athens, Clark County. Next step that we'll usually do is confirm the zoning. So we'll go to the county's GIS, or their zoning maps. A lot of times they have a GIS, but sometimes you have to go to a zoning map, like a PDF, if the city doesn't have a GIS. So here's Athens Clarke County's zoning, says zoning viewer. So we'll find the site. Looks like I think we're right here. So it says we're zone C-G. That's probably some sort of like general commercial zoning, which, yeah, if you look over here at the legend, the red is commercial general. So now that we have the zoning, we will fill that in. What did it say? Commercial general. So now the next step, we have the zoning. So we'll find the county's zoning ordinance. Most cities or counties have, it's called Municode, where they upload their ordinance to. Sometimes they have a PDF zoning ordinance on their website as well. You just need to check. So I'll usually first just check for the Municode. So there it is, Code of Ordinances, Athens, Clarke County. We'll try to find the zoning. So let's find commercial general. You can search anything in this search bar and it'll pop up. Help if I spell commercial. Chapter 9 - commercial districts. So we found the permitted uses table. It takes time just to, the more you use Municode, the more you'll be able to, find stuff quicker. But sometimes just searching one word and then, you just got to sort through the options that pop up here. We could have also hit enter and it would search for anywhere that it said commercial in the code. But we'll go back to where we were. So here's our zoning C-G. We want to first confirm that the use is allowed. So this site plan, it's an auto parts store and a QSR, which is a drive-through restaurant. So here's drive-through facility. It says P, L7. The P probably means permitted, but at the top or the bottom of the table, it will tell you what those letters mean. So there's the P right there, which means permitted outright, which means you don't need any special entitlements to do the project. So we're good with the restaurant. Now we need to find the auto parts store. You can Control F to just search the page. So I'll just do auto. Junkyards and auto wrecking, auto hard resales. Maybe we just try retail. Retail sales and service. Which also, if this first, so the first column here was commercial, general, retail, sales, and service. P, which means permitted. This L7 that showed up next to the drive-through facility most likely means it has special requirements to that specific use, which is a question that's also asked in our diligence here. So we'll scroll back down to see what that L means. So it looks like there's L's, L1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7. Drive-through facilities are not permitted in these zones when located in level 1 corridors based on the Athens-Clarke County corridor designation chart as provided. So it looks like they linked the sections, so we need to go there. Site design standards. So we just need to, we're trying to figure out if we're in that level 1 corridor zone. Specific questions like these, a lot of times you just need to call the county, and a planner with the county can confirm it. I'm gonna just control F for corridor. Athens-Clarke County corridor designations, the following chart. So it looks like this chart designates what stretches are in what corridors, like between what roads. And it said if we're in a level 1 corridor, then I think it said we can't do it if we're in level 1 corridor. So we just need to figure out if we're in between any of these streets. I was looking for Whole Road, or if any of these streets are, what about like Broad Street? So, that may take a little bit of time to go and figure out exactly where we're at. But let's say we confirmed we're not in the level 1 corridor. Let's go make sure that's what the table said. L7. So we definitely need to copy that into our diligence. I would put it in this additional notes section in the zoning section. And we always want to include the code section where we found it, so that if anyone's ever trying to confirm diligence or just needs to look into it more, they don't need to look for it again. You just can go to the code and copy that section. So we can put section 9-10-2. Another important diligence question that needs to be answered is the parking ratio requirement. Sometimes it's hard to find, but the easiest way to do it is usually to go to the code and just search for off-street parking requirements. Off-street means it's not along like the right-of-way and like a main road. It's off in a parking lot in a building off-street. Parallel parking would be like, not parallel parking, on-street parking would be like parallel parking in like a downtown area, not in its own parking lot. So here is looks like this lays out all the parking requirements, so we would just want to find what it is for the retail and the QSR and write that down. Business, general, retail, person. So it looks like the retail will be 1 per 300 square feet of floor area. So we'd want to save that. Retail. To put another cell, to go down a line in Excel, you can do Alt-Enter. And then QSR, hop back over, use the Control F to find the words again. So we'll do drive through, like this. Maybe it's restaurant. Usually whatever it says in the zoning table, restaurants, here it is. 1 space per 4 seats, or 1 space per 100 square feet of gross leasable floor area, whichever is less. Make sure they don't specifically break out a drive-through restaurant. Looks like they just loop all restaurants in the same category. So we would add that in. And based on the square feet of the building for the proposed uses that we have, now we can figure out the minimum number of parking spots. Like if the retail shop is 2,000 square feet, you would just do 2,000 square feet divided by 300. That gives you how many parking spaces you need. That minimum requirement is specifically just to meet the code of the city or county. Sometimes specific tenants have a minimum number of parking spots that they want, which may be more than the code minimum. So you would just continue through these list of level 1 due diligence questions, and the main 2 spots where you get the answers would be from the Muni Code, a PDF of a zoning ordinance that may be on the county or city's website, or by calling the county and talking to a planner directly. Once we have the preliminary site plan and the level 1 due diligence completed, usually if the project starts moving forward, we'll have a meeting with the county or city, call it a pre-application meeting, and we would get these level 2 questions answered, as well as the other tabs of the due diligence. Are there any other sometimes tricky questions to find? Let's see. Building setbacks are always important. You can definitely find those in the Muni Code. And any contacts that you may get by reaching out to the county to get these diligence questions answered, you'd want to fill in to this contact list right here, so we don't have to constantly search for who to contact from the county. I think that wraps up kind of the basics of completing the level 1 due diligence. Thanks for watching.